Today I'm making a Southwest chicken and rice dish. So I'm making it in a pint-sized jar, so it'll feed a couple people. And I will get started with that, show you how easy it is to put it in a jar, to be able to get it on your shelf, to have some shelf-stable meals for long-term storage, or if it's a night that you are running late and need something quick, instead of doing fast food, grab this off your shelf and within 20 minutes you've got a meal. So to start with my Southwest chicken and rice recipe for my meal in a jar, I'm going to do a half a cup of freeze-dried chicken slices. I'm going to get those in the jar. And then 1/8 of a cup of my veloute powder. So if you don't have 1/8 of a cup measuring, 2 tablespoons makes it easier. I like to just use 1 scoop if I can, instead of having to do 2 scoops of the tablespoon. And 1/8 of a cup of my sour cream. So I have a sour cream powder. And then 1/2 tablespoon of minced garlic. Didn't get my 1/2 tablespoon out. And 1/2 tablespoon of my cilantro. I love cilantro. And then 1 teaspoon of lime powder. And I'm excited about this lime powder. I just got it yesterday, so I'm excited to have it for my recipes. So it's 1 teaspoon of lime powder. So it's freeze-dried limes. I got lime powder, lemon powder, and orange powder. So I'm excited to be able to have those to do some different recipes with. And then 1/2 teaspoon of my all-purpose seasoning. Get that. And then I want 1/2 teaspoon of my chili powder. And 1/2 teaspoon of my cumin. Okay, let me put those here. 2/3 of a cup of instant rice. 1, 2. I'm going to shake this down a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to do, excuse me, 1/8 of a cup of my freeze-dried corn. An 1/8 of a cup of my freeze-dried black beans. I'm gonna have to shake this down again. And then 1 tablespoon of my dehydrated bell peppers. and 1 tablespoon of my freeze-dried onions. And the last ingredient is 1 tablespoon of my freeze-dried green chili peppers. Alright, that is all of the ingredients. Now, if I was going to put this on my shelf to store it, I would put in an oxygen absorber, or I would vacuum seal it, and then it would be shelf stable 5 to 8 years, somewhere in there. But I'm going to make it tonight for my dinner, so I'm not putting an oxygen absorber or vacuum sealing it. I am going to prepare it and show you how quick and easy that is to do. Okay, to make my Southwest chicken and rice meal, I'm going to pour this into the saucepan. And then I'm going to use 1.5 cups of water. And I want to use some of it and rinse in my jar so that I can get any of the powders from the ingredients so I don't waste any. And then the rest of the water into my pan. Turn my stove on. I'm going to bring it up to a simmer. Get it all stirred in. Once it comes to a simmer, I'm going to turn it down just a little bit, put the lid on, and let it cook for a few minutes. And it will be ready to eat. I've been enjoying making some smaller amounts of some of these recipes and creating some of my own recipes to take to work for lunch. It's been really nice having those warm meals. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit, start to simmer, and then we'll get the lid on it. Okay, we're starting to simmer now. I'm gonna give it a quick stir, and then I'm going to turn it down on low, cover it, and let it finish cooking for about 5 minutes, and then it'll be ready. Okay, the timer has just gone off, so I'm going to take the lid off and stir that. Oh, that smells so good and looks wonderful. I cannot wait to eat that. Turn that off. And I am going to dish that up. This is a perfect meal for 2 or 2 servings. That looks so good. Chicken is all refreshed. Look at that. Everything's done perfectly. Definitely a meal I'm going to keep on my shelf for long term and occasional night. The Southwest chicken and rice meal was such a good meal. I decided I needed to get another one made up real quick to have it on my shelf for another time. This one I will vacuum seal, so it'll be able to be shelf stable for a little bit longer.